War of the Worlds by DVG recreates the titanic struggle of humans trying to survive amid the Martian onslaught. Based on the book by H.G. Wells, War of the Worlds depicts the Martian invasion, its success against the humans defending the Earth, and the outcome of the struggle. If you have obtained a copy of the game, you can get started by following the setup rules so you can fight the Martian invaders. Place the display board on the table and separate the cards into 3 decks: the Land Battle, Naval Battle, and Battle Event cards. The clock counter belongs next to the production phase on the sequence of play. Place the following counters on the 0 space of the production track: the ×1 and ×10 production counters, the germs and colonization counters, and the human and Martian victory point counters. The production counters go into each zone according to their initial value in the square matching their zone. The London zone gets the blue counters, while the zones with 1 or more gears are called producing zones. For example, in the Leicester zone, the production counter should have the 6 at the top right corner. All tall counters are placed in plastic stands, and put the harbor counters into opaque cups. Then place the green handling machine in Scotland, a yellow one in Wales, and the red handling machine in Leicester. All land battle tripods go into 1 cup, while the naval battle tripods go into another. Next, roll a d6 and use the result on the new cylinder placement chart. Place the Wave 1 counter in the indicated zone, and randomly draw 4 tripod counters from the cup and place them into the number 1 staging area. Replace the zone's production counter with a destroyed one. Now the game begins with the Wave 1 zone being destroyed. Such zones, along with those containing the red weed, are considered non-producing zones. Now roll again on the new cylinder placement chart to determine where the cylinder begins. Place the cylinder counter in the zone as indicated. Next, place 4 random tripods in the second tripod staging area. Both the Wave 1 and Wave 2 cylinder may begin in the same zone if indicated. And now you're ready to begin. There are 7 phases to the sequence of play. You keep playing until either you or the Martians prevail. The sequence of play consists of the following: production, battle, devastation, human action, escape, Martian action, and assembly. After each phase is complete, advance the clock counter to keep track. Simply follow the steps for each phase, which will indicate what actions you will need to take. What follows are a few examples as previously published on Seek Out and Play. In battling the Martian invasion on land, field guns and siege guns will destroy the tripods or waves. But do not overlook the infantry and cavalry when purchasing units. Infantry can destroy cylinders before the tripods emerge. They can also place powder kegs. If successfully placed, a tripod entering a zone with a powder keg may suffer 1 or 2 points of damage depending on the die roll. Keep in mind that waves that emerge from cylinders and placed in a zone are not affected by powder kegs. Infantry can protect field and siege guns by building earthworks. Each earthwork constructed prevents a gun from being discovered by the tripods. Purchasing cavalry offers advantages as well. While they cannot combat the tripods directly, they offer 2 attributes that may help you increase your chances of destroying or guiding tripods into a trap. When a battle is about to take place, cavalry may roll to gain a battle plan. A green result means getting a random battle plan. A red result lets you choose a battle plan, but the cavalry unit is destroyed. In addition, if a cavalry unit is in the same or adjacent zone as a Martian wave unit, they may alter their movement to another zone. A green or yellow result means you can move the wave to an area of your choice. By purchasing infantry and cavalry units, you can improve your chances of victory in War of the Worlds. Getting refugees out of the country denies victory points to the Martians. During the escape phase, refugees in areas with a harbor must attempt to get on a freighter to escape the country. A die is rolled, a result of red or green, and the refugee enters the freighter. A die roll of yellow means that they have failed and may try again next turn. Once aboard the freighter, they still have to make it past the tripods. A die is rolled. A result of green means they have successfully escaped. A result of yellow means that they have to battle 1 tripod. A result of red means battling 2 tripods. You may purchase warships for 4 production points each before the battle to provide protection for the freighters. Battle plans may also be purchased as well. Move to the naval battle board and set up 1 or 2 tripods and hexes with letters that match their color. Place the freighters on the top row of the naval battle board, and you can place the warships in any other row except for the top row. Draw a naval battle card to determine tripod movements or actions. Special actions take place during this time for all undamaged tripods. Warships may fire at the tripods. If a tripod moves into the same hex or successfully fires at a freighter, the Martians destroy the refugees and gain a victory point. If they move into the same hex as a warship, the warship is also destroyed. If the freighters make it to the bottom row, or if all tripods are destroyed, the refugees escape. Alrighty, this is Ken with Seek Out and Play, and what we're going to do today is a brief demonstration of the land battle phase of War of the Worlds by DVG. And what this is going to be is just a demonstration of how the land battle works. Now, on land, it's going to be hilly terrain, so the humans have initiative, which means that the Martians must set up first. And in this demonstration, I have 2 tripods, and I'm now going to set them up. One is yellow, one is black. The yellow one sets up in hex E, and the black one sets up in hex C. So, the human forces, I'm going to deploy a siege gun, a field gun, an infantry, and a cavalry. And because this is in hills, I get to set up 1 earthwork each, and that will help protect players. So, we've set everything up, we have the tripods ready, and so let's go ahead and get started. The Martians move first. The black one has focused fire, and because neither gun is detectable and they're out of range, it doesn't matter. The yellow one has a move, which they move to here, and a detect. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's out of range, so it can't do anything. So now we switch to the human side, and I'm going to start with the cavalry, and I'm going to roll to see if there is a battle plan that I can get. And I roll a green, so that means I get a random one from the magic yogurt cup. So that means these will be low-calorie battle plans. And the first one I draw is an explosive shell. This is important because that means any hit on a tripod, I can destroy it by using the explosive shell. The next step I'm going to do is with my infantry, I'm going to try to build up the earthwork of this siege gun here. I'm going to roll, and I get a red. And when a red happens, that means I do get to build up the earthwork, but they broke their backs doing it, and the infantry is destroyed. So now we move to the next turn. Since the tripods are out of range, there's no sense in trying to fire. So move to the next turn. Black has focus detect. And when it comes to focus detect, that means that any gun that's within range is automatically detected, which lowers the earthworks by 1, but he's still out of range, so he can't do anything. The yellow one will move this way and try to detect, but it's out of range, so that doesn't do any good. I can't build any more earthworks, but I still have my cavalry, so I'm going to try to get another battle plan. And I get a green, which means I get another random one, another random pick from the yogurt cup, and I get another explosive shell. Well, that is going to be quite handy once the Martians are in range. It's back to the tripod turn. I'm going to flip over a card. The black one has a detect all, but it's out of range. And the green one, or the yellow one, pardon me, has a move and a detect. So it's going to move down this way. It is now within range. So I'm going to roll to detect, but I have to roll a red. And it rolls off screen, so we're going to keep it in the picture frame. Green, range of 3, no detection. It goes back to the human phase, and it's 3 away. I would have to roll a red in order to hit it, so instead I'm just going to roll to see if I can get a battle plan. I roll a green, another random battle plan, and I draw a line of sight. That means I get to re-roll any roll. So if I fire at it and don't like the roll, I can re-roll that roll. So now we go back to the tripods. Black down for the first move, and then over. This one's getting in range. The yellow one is detect. So I'm going to roll to detect that one. Has to roll a red. Does not do it. And fire. There's nothing to fire at because the earthwork is still in place. So now it's the human phase, so I'm going to go ahead and roll for another battle plan. I roll red, and that means no effect. No effect in getting the battle plan, and that's not good. I don't like that. I'd like to have one. But since now this tripod is just 2 away, I'm going to go ahead and try to destroy this one first. And so I'm going to roll twice with a siege gun, and I have to get a yellow. But I get 2 greens. That doesn't do anything, so this earthwork is reduced. And I'm going to go ahead and try with this gun. I have to get a yellow. And I get a green. And so that earthwork is gone. And I could try a reroll, but I'm not going to do it. And just because I'm that way. And I'm going to go ahead and go with another movement phase for the tripods. This one's going to move this way and detect. It's automatic detection here, so he's going to try to detect that one. Roll, green, out of range, doesn't happen. And for this one, it's detect all. Well, he's detected. So, because there's no earthworks left. So now we switch back to the human phase, and I'm going to roll to see if I can get another battle plan. I roll a yellow, and on a yellow, I get to choose a battle plan, but the cavalry is destroyed. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy the cavalry. Pick this one up, and I'm going to pick trap. And what trap does is that if I roll a green, which I'm going to try to do now, and I do, both tripods are damaged. So I'm going to damage both tripods. The trap goes away. And now I'm going to try to shoot at this one. So the explosive shells, in a way, doesn't matter anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and try... might as well. I'm going to go ahead and try the field gun first. And roll. Yellow, perfect. 2 away. This one's destroyed. He's at 3. He's too far away anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next phase. For the yellow, he's going to move. He should move this way. He can't. He's going to try to move down this way and detect. Actually, he cannot detect because he's damaged. And when they're damaged, that means they can't use the second ability on the card. He's a little too far away. There's nothing I can do, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next turn. Detect and detect. Well, yes. I'm going to go to the next card. Detect all. Yes. Yes, they're detected. I'm going to go to the next card. Now he's going to move this way and detect. And yes, he is detected. I'm going to go ahead and risk firing since he's got nothing to lose anyway. Green. Could try a reroll, but I'm not going to reroll it. I'm going to go ahead and go here. And he moves here and detects, automatic detection. Now, I might as well try to wipe him out. So I'm going to start with this guy first and roll. I got a red. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and use my reroll. I'm going to go ahead and go here first. I'm going to save my reroll for this because I get to fire twice. So I'm going to go ahead and fire twice. I need to get a yellow. I got a green. I'm going to go ahead and use this and get a reroll. Another green. Well, that didn't do me any good. So now, go here. Fire. So he will fire at this gun. A green kills it. Yellow, nothing happens. Well, I'm going to go back here. We're going to roll. Actually, this earthwork should be gone too. I'm going to go ahead and roll. Got to roll a green. Green killed him. So he's destroyed. And that ends this battle. You didn't get to see the explosive shells at work. I mean, I could have used it, but wouldn't have done any good anyway. But that is an example of how the land battle works in DVG's War of the Worlds. This is Ken with Seek Out and Play. And this is the naval battle demonstration of War of the Worlds by DVG. I've also done a video on the land battle, and I can tell you that by comparison, the Naval battle is shorter and a lot more brutal. What we have is we are just at the beginning of the setup phase. We have 2 warships here and here, and we have 3 freighters here, here, and here. I'm using 2 tripods, and I will set them up now on one of these spaces. So we have to turn, and we match the color to the space. So yellow sets up in C, so they set up right there. That's not good. And then black sets up in A, which is right here. And that's the setup. So now we go to the first turn. If a tripod moves onto a freighter or onto a warship, it automatically destroys it. So here we go with the first turn. And we'll start with yellow. We have a fire phase, which it will fire at one of these 2 targets, whichever is the closest one. And I'm going to roll to see which one. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 2, so it will fire at this one first. It has to roll a green. It does destroy it. So there goes a warship. And then the next activity is here. It can't move there, but it has to move. If it can't make the move, then it must move toward the center of the board, so it will move here. Now black will move toward a freighter, and the closest freighter is this one. And because it is aiming this way and it can't do it, it must move toward the center of the board, so it moves here. And I did move the map a bit, but not too much. So now the warship has a choice. I can stay there and try to destroy one tripod. It's got a 50% chance. Or it can move, try to survive a little bit longer. And I don't know how much longer it's going to survive, so just to make this quick, I'm going to try to eliminate this one right now. I'm going to roll 2 dice, see if I can get 2 green. And I got 2 yellows, nothing. And so I can move and fire, so I will fire and then move. So I'll move that one here. I will move this freighter here. I will move this freighter here. I should say I'll move this freighter there, that freighter there, and I will move this freighter here. And now we go to the next turn. Black is fire. That's the nearest one, so it will fire at that freighter. And it's a green, and it does destroy it, so there goes a freighter. And it will also move in this direction, so it will move here. Yellow must fire. That's the closest ship. Yellow misses, but now it will move to the closest, so it will move here and take that freighter. So now we got the human turn, so I'm going to try to eliminate this, or try to at least damage this with 2 dice. I need 2 green. I get 2 yellows again, so I will move the warship down and I will move the freighter down. This is not good, because now it's the tripod's turn. I'll turn over a card. Yellow is a rival. That means another random tripod arrives, so that's 3 tripods, and the green one will be there. And for black, it's freighter, so it will move toward the freighter, and then it'll move again, and it will eliminate that freighter. So all that's left is the warship, and I don't really know why I would play this out, but that pretty much is the end of the demonstration. You can see how absolutely quick and brutal this was. They just wiped all 3 of them out with almost no difficulty. And despite having 2 shots against the tripod, with 4 dice, I couldn't even get 1 hit at point blank range. So just for funsies, I'm going to roll 1 more time. And I do get a hit, so I'm just going to hit this one. And then I'm going to call it a day on this naval battle demonstration. It's like I said, it has fewer options than the land battle. And it can be absolutely devastating. It can be just totally quick and over with before you know it. Because once the freighters are eliminated, that pretty much eliminates the battle. The warship is meaningless at this point. So anyway, thank you for watching this quick, very quick, demo of a naval battle for DVG's War of the Worlds. Victory is determined at any time during the game once any of the following conditions are met. There are no wave or cylinder counters on the map, or when the human germ counter reaches the 10 space, you win. However, if the Martian colonization counter reaches the 10 space, or if London is destroyed, the Martians win. And now you are ready to play DVG's War of the Worlds. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next Wednesday.